Good morning, Facebook, YouTube family, and welcome to the Mind Your Business Monday. Yes, I pray your Easter was great. I pray everything about what you done on yesterday was absolutely amazing. But my husband and I want to rock out with you this morning as we share some tip to our business owners as you command your week, as you command your day, whatever you're doing. But we want to be able to speak over your business as well as invite you. So make sure you like, you share, rock out with us as we go live talking about mind your business. Don't miss this topic. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here we go. Let's grow. Good morning. If you could put on the screen, good morning, good morning. Go
Good
ahead, honey.
morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our morning, I almost said morning meetup. Welcome to our morning discussion on Mind Your Business Monday. Yeah, we are coming on here for a couple of reasons. Listen, if you ever see us on here, we don't ever want to waste your time, whether we're coming on our coffee conversation with our ministry or with our morning business topic on our Monday morning. You know, what is it called?
Mind
Mind
your
Your Business
business.
Monday,
Yeah.
Mind Your Business Moment. We always want to make sure we always increase and share good information, even though we are preparing for a workshop this weekend. With any small business owner, God has touched our heart. We realize what our calling is. We pastoring churches, we're loving and leading our family, and we're sharing our experiences with entrepreneurs. Those are kind of our top three. My wife has multiple ones. These are ours together. I have mine individually. She has hers individually, but together we're leading our ministry, loving and leading our family, and helping out small business owners out there to help them. And also, throughout other ventures we do, but these are the main ones right now. So listen, I want you to do me a favor. If you're on here, you're hearing me, you're drinking your coffee, you're driving to work, you're in your office. I want you to just give us your ear and your heart for the next 25, 30 minutes or so, maybe a little longer, maybe a little shorter. But we want to share some amazing tips with you on your business. If you're aspiring to be the entrepreneur, you're aspiring to take your hobby to the marketplace. If you're aspiring to take your business to the next level, you're looking one day to stop working for everyone else and work for yourself. Listen up. We have some great tips for you today. And also, for those who are considering joining us this weekend, at the Mind Your Business, well, the small business boot camp, the small business boot camp. For those who are looking to join us there, we'd love to see you, and more on that topic in the end. So this is a topic I want you to take out your pens and papers. We're going to be sharing some tips this morning. I was actually driving down the road, be totally transparent with you. I was driving down the road, kind of taking in some of the responsibilities, or should I say, some of the things that business or entrepreneurship presents you with. And I was taking those in as I was thinking about them. I said, man, I really need to share these with people because I don't think people know this. I don't think people know this. And I think these things that you don't know, if you get out there in the world and you bring these certain, attributes, you bring these certain mindsets, it will cause your entrepreneurship journey to be short lived.
Right.
And so I really want to share these things. I told my wife, I said, babe, one thing about her, she know me. I'm not the video type of guy. But if I do get a video in my spirit, I said, babe, we got to do a video. We got to do a recording, or we got to go live. She know it's time that we got to make it happen because I want to always share this fresh revelation with people. So you ready to roll, my love?
Almost. Yep.
All right. So see what. In the meantime, while we're waiting on her to get the different platforms established, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to like. Yep, like. I asked you to. Can you please like? Why you want us to like it? Because you liking it proves that you are there. No, I'm joking. You liking it put this in the algorithm, and it lets other people see it. When you just sit there and you watch, it's less likely that someone in your area would see it. So when you like it, it says, okay, this person like it. Maybe these people here that they know may also like to see this. So you liking it spreads it in the algorithm, number one. And then you liking it also lets us know that you're there. And then we want you to share it and subscribe. If you really do like it, you can subscribe to our videos. And every time we go live, you will always get notifications. So
You
God bless
better,
you.
you better promote, sir. I'm not used to you promoting, so
Hey, we got to
yeah.
do it. So we
So
ready for the topic?
yep, I'm ready for the topic. So welcome to, I would say welcome to the Mind Your Business moment as we talk about, different things. But yes, our topic today, husband, I gotta find it. I had it at the bottom.
I'm
Yeah.
over here looking as well.
All right, there we go. Our topic today is three characteristics that can make or break your business. Three characteristics that can make or break your business. Let's talk about it, husband. Three
You know,
characteristics that make or
it's so
break your business.
crazy. So these characteristics are very common characteristics, and we don't realize it. We don't realize it at all. Let me make my screen large so it'll be less distracting in the atmosphere. We don't realize these characteristics are so common, and it was one that hit me first, which made the other two come to my mind. But
Mhm.
I say, you know what? Let me deal with that one probably last. I think I'm gonna do the last. But listen, it's kind of a battle for me, but I'll use my first one. My first one is a characteristic you got to get rid of. I would have said that, but it would have made it longer. So the three characteristics that can make or break your business. I'm really saying three characteristics you need to get rid of. And if you don't, it will make or break your business. And the first characteristic is pride. Pride.
She
You
said, "Good
know,
morning again."
good
I know,
morning,
y'all.
Miss
We've been in
Monday.
3 meetings already. Look, I want to say this real quick before you get started. We've been in 3 meetings already this morning. We had a 6 o'clock, we had a 6:30, and now we're getting live on here. Of course, to promote what we're doing coming Saturday, but also a couple of stuff we got coming up this whole weekend.
Oh my God.
Major thing coming up. We definitely got to share that here live on social media. You don't want to miss this Sunday with some great educators that's going to be on with us, but we said this morning is that one thing I found out, and I read it in the book. I want to say it was 5 a.m. some club, but where 4 to 6 people that wake up between 4 to 6 in the morning are most millionaires that wake up early in the morning because they're strategically planning, they're strategically moving. So I encourage anybody. The Bible also says, "Seek me early in the morning."
Yes.
Right? But those that are seeking early in the morning, those are the ones you find that move in a level of success that most people want to move in, but they don't want to do the sacrifice in order to get there, to move in that type of success. So I encourage anybody, man, move early in the morning. Don't just lay there, plan your day,
Yeah.
speak into your day before your day speaks into you.
I'm gonna go further and say this. If you wake up, watch this. If you wake up with just enough time for you to get out the bed, brush your teeth, comb your hair, take a shower, whichever order you do it in, throw your clothes on, grab a cup of coffee, grab a little bite to eat, and run out the house, you wrong
Yeah.
because you just robbed yourself of making a preparation. If you got up just 1 hour or 30 minutes earlier, you could have changed your whole life. But I want to just say that.
Yeah.
So the first characteristics that will make or break your business, and one thing you don't even realize it, a lot of us walk around with this characteristic is pride. Pride. Type that word in the screen, pride. And
Right.
that word pride is so it is proud. You know, a lot of us, we have been programmed to believe, and I'm gonna just let you know, when I first became an entrepreneur, I brought my pride in. And what's pride? Not willing to let somebody teach you what you don't know.
Come on, husband.
Entrepreneurship, I'm telling you right now, you will not make it long. We talk real quick about if we got enough time about the lion. And we start the whole lion's den about dealing with the whole lion process. And I talked about over at TD Jakes. TD Jakes wrote a book called Instinct. Great book if you want to read something that help you with your entrepreneur journey. But he talked about, sweetheart, how all of us got a lion on the inside of us. And the
Hmm.
problem is that lion is that most of us been living in the zoo. And we all think we can run the jungle. Zoo, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Jungle, entrepreneurship in the world of business. And we think we
Hmm.
can leave the zoo, go into the jungle, and start making it. I'm gonna quit my job today and get out there. But we bring a zoo mentality into the jungle. And the zoo
Right.
mentality is I don't need anybody. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna prove to everyone that I got it all. But when we come to the jungle, if you come out there, you won't last long
Right.
because you're gonna
True.
need somebody to tell you, how do you do business here? How do you not do business there? If you if you come into entrepreneurship thinking you know it all, I promise you, it's like learning a new language. It's nothing like you ever thought when you
Yeah.
get into this world. It's different language. What do you think about that? Having a pride in business?
Man, I always say this, and I think the older that I get, the more I start to realize the shoulders that I stand on. I think, and I said that at one event, and it's like everybody I've been meeting, it's like, yeah, man, I stand on your shoulders, or I'm standing on people's shoulders, and I think I had to realize is that I didn't know everything.
Yeah.
I only knew what I knew. And I think when you learn that, you don't know what you know. And you got to be willing to learn from other people, and you got to be willing to be quiet, because you always say this, out of the 99 things that you say, one of those things, even if I do know it, one of
Yeah.
those things I can take away with me and be able to use for my next. Or I don't want to close the mouth of wisdom on the things that I need to learn. And now you're not willing to give me what I want to learn because I already said I knew everything. I think the thing with pride also is trying to be self-made. When you are
Yes.
prideful, it's one of those like, I want to show everybody that I did it. When the best person that you find that moves in success, and people may say, but TD Jakes to me moves in a level of success that is mind blowing, because he also stands on other people's shoulder too. Oprah,
Exactly.
they stand on other people's shoulder, and they allow that to be said. Like
Yes.
this. I have mentors, I have coaches, I have people that I stand and I learn from. Tyler Perry, I believe I love his story because he's the one that also will let you know, man, I learn from other people. So I just say this: I learn from other people to learn from other people.
Yep. And listen, while we're sitting here listening to you, that thought process had babies for me because, pride comes in so many different forms. Even your sense standing on someone's shoulders, someone teaching you is one thing. A lot of us don't mind being taught if we in a classroom. Well, you
Hmm.
teaching me in the lion's den. You teaching me, in this boot camp. You teach me in this workshop, right? We don't mind being taught there, but we don't want to be taught on the fly in the middle of doing business. You don't want to listen. I know for the other day when we was on the phone, and listen, in this entrepreneur world, what you got to realize, if someone stops to teach you something, it's only for two reasons. Number one, they see potential in you,
Hmm.
and number two, they see possibility in you.
This is true.
They see potential for you to grow. And number two, they see possibility for them to use you. And if you let me grow you, then I can use you. If I can use you, I can pay you.
Mhm.
And so the other day I was on the phone with a young man, and I've been doing business now 3 years. I'm pretty good in this construction world. He hired me to do some work. And he said, look here, I gotta tell you something, Clyde. At 9 o'clock at night, he called me up. Pride out the window. Pride gone. And he says, can I share something with you, Mr. Clyde? I said, yes, sir. He said, you need to do this different, you need to do that different, you need to do this different, you need to do that different. If I would have been so proud and say, I know what I'm doing, go find somebody else. Guess what? I wouldn't have got the last part of that statement. I want to use you all over the state of Texas.
Come on here, G's on the main line. Yes,
So
sir.
I see possibility in you, and I see that you can. I see. What was the first one I say? A possibility was the first thing I saw.
I don't
Whatever
know.
it is,
I just
that,
heard possibility.
but they see it in you. So you as
Potential. Potential. You said
potential. I see
potential.
potential. I see
Yeah.
that you're pretty good. And what when we bring a Monday through Friday 8 to 5 into our mindset, someone trying to make me talk about me and tell me this and tell me that, you got to get rid of that. Other thing I see is that when people will try to change you, people don't want to be changed. When you're in the entrepreneur world, people got to be willing to let people change you or correct you. Hey, you need to do this different. You walk out there, the higher you go in business, there's always someone who's been there before you. And if
Come on.
anybody stop and try to show you something, it's because they think that you can do better and they see where you can make more money. Would you agree?
Man, 100,000% agree. And I think too, because we walked in pride for so long, I would say me, like, I got it together, I'm gonna make it. And I found out me walking in pride missed opportunities that align with my next.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
think that's the problem. As I shared this morning in the den, I'm like, the thing is that when you, it probably wasn't with the den, I don't know who it was with. One of them meetings we didn't had this morning. I was like, here's the thing is that you got to be willing to be used in a way to where also I said this morning. I said you got to be willing to be allow God to use you and be his puppet pretty much, right? But here's the thing that being a puppet, you also got to be willing to allow God to use others to use you to be able
Yes,
to grow you to a point. Does that make sense? You got to be
makes a lot of
willing to
sense.
do that. And I think when people don't understand, I know for me, baby, I didn't learn. I didn't got to a moment. They see potential, yeah, and they see possibility. Let me tell you something. When you as a person that's always point, I don't want nobody to shut their mouth on me because I'm not listening. You know what I'm saying? To
That's it.
my, they see the potential and they see the greatness in me, and I miss that opportunity because of my pride.
That's it. That's
You
it. That's
know,
it.
I always say
And
when you get in your feelings, it equals failure.
that's it.
Type that in the screen. When you get in your feelings, it equals failure. So now you get into your feelings about what somebody told you. Now you about to miss a whole. If you would have told that man and you got in your feelings on that phone call, Bishop, that man wouldn't have never told you at the end of that call, I want you to work over the whole state of Texas.
Yep.
You would have missed the major opportunities.
Because of
I
pride.
look, I'm gonna need you to heart it up if you ever been there and said, man, I missed a great opportunity. Even with I remember Mama Daisy, we work with right now. Mama Daisy is like our mentor, right? Years ago, Mama Daisy been trying to talk to us forever. You notice for a couple of years, Mama Daisy shut her mouth.
Yes.
She got real quiet. But it wasn't until we opened up and was ready to receive what she
She
had
kept
to
on
give
talking.
us that she changed the trajectory of our entire life with her mouth. So be
Speaks out
careful, baby.
everything.
Make sure you have people that's speaking to you.
And I say this here too. As you move in entrepreneurship, another pride
Hey,
piece.
Lisa, I'm definitely here to be taught everything, y'all. Come on here.
We here to teach it.
Right.
Another thing, I think a lot of people, when you get into if your feelings equals failure,
Yeah,
yes,
equal
that
failure.
is entrepreneurship. That is a capital YES. You cannot walk around in your feelings. I mean, my wife probably seen me change more in the last. I've always been the type of person don't mind being taught, but I had a problem being corrected because I thought I was the best student in the world. Teach me everything in the world, and I'm gonna listen one time, and after you teach me, I'm gonna prove to you you ain't gotta teach me twice. So I didn't have a problem being taught. I sit in every classroom in the world, but don't correct me. You correct me, and that hurt my feelings. I can't believe you don't like me. I supposed to be the best thing you ever seen. Now I can be taught and corrected as long as you
Please.
write the check. You writing checks, I can talk and correct. Whatever you want to say.
I sure can. Yeah, I sure will.
But I got one more pride piece I want to talk about because I think this is probably one of the hardest pride pieces, but most of the stupidest pride piece when it comes to entrepreneurship. Working for somebody else. I got
I
so much pride
know.
because I don't want. What you mean? You gonna hire me? I ain't finna work for you. That is the most stupidest prideful moments because you think when you leave the workplace, you think that you no longer got a boss. I'm
That
sorry.
part. Look, I used to say that all the time. I think I did that on a video on my TikTok. I was like, I had this thing that I don't want to work for nobody. Baby, if you start a business, you still gonna be working for somebody. Get over yourself.
There's some folks right now. I can have. Just be honest with you. I can have thousands of dollars opportunities for people, but I try to call them up and they don't want to work for me. Dude, you're not working for me. You're working with me, but they don't want to feel the pride of Clyde helped me out. Tonya helped me out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. I'm not going to work for them. I got my own business. In this world, we work for each other.
That
The
part.
money just moving. I got the pipe. Come plug in. It's like a Tesla. Wherever you go plug in to get charged up. Well, that's what entrepreneurship. If you got the plug me. We always said in the world, man, you got the plug me up, plug me in. Well, you got to act like you got to work up under my business to get plugged in. But we got to get that pride thing will make or break your business. That pride thing will have you selling one cup at a time. That pride thing will have you selling one
Oh,
shirt
that's
at a
good,
time.
sir.
That pride thing will have you cutting 1 yard at a time. But if you give it a pride and I get a contract, it can get you a piece of a pie. But if you
Why
get a
you
piece of
cutting the
my
yard? Why
why
are
you
you
cut
cutting the yard? Why are you making the cup? You get a piece of the pie. Like and here's the thing: half of the contracts that we got, come here, Ashton. Half of the contracts that we got, guess what? We are working for someone else. for these contracts. We may be tier one. Some of them we may be tier two. I don't care what tier I'm in. And that's a whole nother conversation. But tier one or two, I want to be tier one. But if I am tier two, I'll be tier two. If you want me to be tier four, I'll probably be that too.
Yeah.
But
Hey, but when I whatever tier I'm in, when you work for me, there's some T's and C's to that contract. Guess what? I'm about to tell you, you can do this, you can do that, because we're meeting the terms and conditions of the contract. So,
yeah,
but if you don't want to be told what to do, cut one hair at a time. But guess what? You working for that person who you cutting their hair. They're your
period.
boss.
They
Don't
your
cut their
boss.
hair
And
right, and that's
don't
it.
cut their hair right and find out. You don't treat, I don't care. I don't care if you're in a daycare. I don't care if you're at a coffee shop. That
You
customer that
working for
walks up to you,
somebody.
you are working for that customer. You're making sure that that customer have what they need. And if you're not working for that customer and you have a huge major contract, you're working for that company, which is that customer
But you know what,
or
baby?
you.
The problem is that they don't have a problem with that. They got a problem working for somebody who they know, because now I went from having a boss at a company, now you my boss, and they have a problem with that. Get that out your head. Family should be able to work with and for family. That is the come up. Every other culture can do it, but the African American culture. So that's number one. We got to get rid of pride. That's the first characteristics that'll make or break your business.
Type that
Pride.
in the screen. Get rid of pride. That's the number one thing as we talk about the characteristics of make or break your business. Number one, get rid of pride. Get rid of pride. Go ahead, husband.
The second characteristic is like a reverse of the first. And
Okay.
listen, like
Look,
the
I
last
don't know
one,
none of these characteristics. I'm just sitting up here following you. Like, what you finna say next? Go
I
ahead,
thank
though.
you for trusting me.
Yeah, I
It's a
do.
reverse of the first, because the last one was the one I really got first, and it blew my mind. And I'm like, I gotta share this with the world. But you know me, but every preacher gotta have 3 points. So I had to find two more to add in there. But so second characteristic is like a reverse of the first, because the first is we gotta get rid of pride, and be willing to work for anybody, whatever. The second characteristic is we gotta get rid of selfishness.
Ooh, type that in the screen. Number two, get rid of selfishness. I like that. So
Selfishness,
explain.
selfishness will make or break a business when it comes to entrepreneurship,
Okay.
because the mentality is in our mentee, our psyche is, I got to get it all. I got to make as much money as I can. I got to get every opportunity I can.
Mm,
I got to do as much as I can, because every dime I make need to come to me, because that's more money that I made. And the less, and most people think the less I get out, the more I keep. And that's a poverty mindset, a scarcity mindset. That's a fearful mindset, especially entrepreneurship. That if and listen, I'm selfish because, man, I gotta look out for myself. And if I do hire somebody, I'm gonna hire the most cheapest, most unexpected help I can, because now I can pay that person as less as I can and keep more for me. And that mindset will destroy you in entrepreneurship.
yes, it will. I think that's the thing too. You learn, and I think we learned. I learned that from Coach Brooks. You know, I don't need the whole pie. I just need a piece of the pie. If we're gonna work out here together, and if it's just a piece of the pie, because those pieces of the pies add up to major pies if you do it the right way. But so many of us, and I thought that too. So I'm not gonna knock nobody. I thought when
I got
starting,
all these. We carried them. Every one of these we
yes,
carried them.
I'm not gonna knock nobody because I realize this is that being I thought entrepreneurship was that every dime I bring in, everything I have, all the money is going to go to me in my pockets and for me. And you realize really, really quick that it kind of remind me of your sermon that you preached about, Bishop, a couple of weeks ago about money as a tool, not a toy, right? And you've been
Yes.
talking. I can't wait till you finish that, boy. That's this Sunday, right? This Sunday.
Last one this
Okay,
Sunday.
the last one is this Sunday. Oh Lord,
Last one
who
this
preaching
Sunday.
next? I'm not. This ain't that conversation. So, but mind your business. I mean, mind your business. Money is a tool, not a toy. And one of the things you said on there, you said, and it was the little demonstration that you showed, right? And the
Yes.
demonstration you showed was that God will give you only so much. If you're just keeping it for you, you only get so much. And that's being selfish because you
Yes.
want to keep all the money for you. You're going to buy the heels. You're going to buy the, you're going to buy the stuff. You're going to buy, whatever you need for you, but not giving it to somebody. I was talking to somebody the other day, and it's a business owner, and they told me these words. They said, well, when I get my money, I go and I immediately and I start paying my bills because this is what I do full time, and I'm paying all of my bills, and I'm not and so after that I really don't really have nothing else left. So I pay my employees. I think they have like 3 or 4 employees, and they were like, I pay my employees, but then the rest of it I just keep for us, and we just take care of groceries, take care of bills, and all the extra stuff. And I'm sitting there, the mentor in me, the coach in me, I'm sitting there. I'm like, Lord, do I say something? And I felt comfortable because they said, well, and I keep, it's like I have holes in my pocket. I said, well, let me tell you why. Come here, Ashton. I said, come here, let me tell you why. And I shouted at Ashton is not the person, for those that please know it's not her. It's somebody that don't nobody know. But the person, this is the thing, because we've shared this with all the people in the den, is that until you get a bank account with your business name, and that's what we're going to teach on Saturday. You
Yeah.
get your bank account in your business name. Separate your bank account and your money from the money that you make and the money that the business make. You have to have money up for operations because life is going to happen. Stuff is going to happen. So I'm explaining to her, and I broke down the 5 different profitable bank accounts that you should have. That woman sat there, baby. She stopped what she was doing, started taking notes. See, that's when you know you ain't prideful. She was like, because she said, okay, I see what y'all are doing. And she was really asking me low key,
Without
how do I
asking.
stop without asking, right? Because we are prideful. Like, I'm gonna ask without asking, right? And so when I sat down and I showed her the amount of money that she made and how to break down those different bank accounts, I say, now you do that about 5 times, sugar, you're looking at a $10,000 month.
Yep.
You can look at a week, really, sugar, a week. But if you see, and she started seeing it, and she was like, "Oh my God,
Yes.
I got to do this. I got to work." I say, "Now I'm not giving you nothing else. You're gonna have to join the den. Now I will gatekeep to a certain point."
Even to our own daughter. Our daughter's starting a business, but she don't want to ask for help. So we're gonna tell her join the den.
Oh no, you got her yesterday. This another pride. I hope Kiana see this if she's on YouTube. I want her to see this. And we calling her out because we do the same thing with our children. My daughter yesterday, so proud of her. Y'all, can y'all hold it up for my baby girl? She started a business, Key Studios. And so while in the midst of starting that, she had a line of people yesterday
Yes, she did.
at the church taking pictures of all the people. Da, 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 da. And so then she gonna tell us, first of all, Ain't Lisa, Sister Lee was in there. She gonna tell us, okay, you guys, this is how much it costs for y'all to. First of all, you asked us to come take a picture. We ain't asked, but you made us your customer, and we came and took a picture. She had it all set up. She had QR code. Great thing, right? But this is what I found out. She said, "Okay, Dad, can you send me the money?" What you tell her husband?
Send me an invoice. Messed
Let
her
that
up.
sizzle. Let that sizzle. Send me an invoice. She say, "Who? Send me an invoice." Kiana, you got an invoice? Where your invoice at? Because I'm not just gonna pay you without an invoice. Sister Lee, Ashton, ain't Lee mess her up. Where your
Saturday
invoice
just
at?
and she said, "Well, can you just what you mean? If somebody else asking for invoice too, why you ain't in the den so you can learn how to do invoice?" And the den is free for her. She get family. We get family free for well that family, media family free, and but long story short, she had to realize I can't be prideful. I got to be willing to be taught. Don't try to learn from the mud. Try to be learned from the actual table when someone trying to feed you. Don't get
Right,
the crumbs when you got the whole platter. So
right.
number one, get rid of pride. Number two, get rid of selfishness. You're not gonna make a dime more than what you like my wife is saying, you never make a dime more than what you need. The more you start saying, you know what, man, I can get
Oh, that
more people.
I got lost on my story. I was trying to talk about your money. Yeah. So in the thing you were showing, you said how if you give, okay, now you start giving to charity or giving, your tithes. Okay, now the Lord give you more. Then you start giving to other things, you giving to other people. God to give you more. Then you start hiring other people. It wasn't until, and I'll forever share this, I've seen God's hand in church in a mighty way. I've seen God, I've been in church half all my life, but really, really serving him for real for the last 25 years, right? But one of the things that I realized was that God did some amazing things, but it wasn't until I got into entrepreneurship, and I'll forever share that my life was changed. And with it, it wasn't until we started hiring people that we
Yes.
started seeing the overflow of more opportunities. It was like, and Bishop Woodard said this, and I'll never forget, and you shared this with me, that he said these words, he said, son, because you have a need, the Lord is going to meet it.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
If you're not
Yes.
being selfish and you have a need, not just for you, not to just meet your needs, and you meet other people's needs, listen to me, y'all. Your life, your business will change. You can't
Yes.
just do it by yourself. You got to be willing to give to other people in your monies and not try to get the whole thing. And yes, I
And I
said monies with an S.
yes, and that is true. I think that was a real word, but that's a real word. Monies. That means multiple streams. One money is one stream. Multiple streams is monies. And I say
Money.
this here for that person wondering, well, when should I hire? When should I hire? When should I hire? It's a call and response. Always a call and respond. God will call you because you'll feel the intensity. Like right now, we need to hire somebody. It's scary to hire another person. We just interviewed last week, but we know we need to hire them. But it's a call and respond. We know we need them. And it's like God said, if you respond, I'm gonna see you more work. If you don't, you're gonna stay where you're at. So you'll feel it. You'll feel it. It's time to hire this person. It's time. I never forget when we first got in the business and we was doing some stuff and literally I was on vacation. God says, when you go back home, change how you do business. Start bringing in replicable contractors. So when I got home, I started looking out for replicable contractors, and then boom, God gave me replicable work. It's a call and respond. Every time God will put that intensity in your heart, you gotta respond. When you respond, then He won't bring you the money first, then say hire. Why would He do that? You're gonna look bad. He gonna say
Right.
hire, and then He gonna bring you to work. It's a call and respond.
Right. So
So
don't be selfish. Don't be out here trying to get
selfish.
all you start making money and then you want to do everything yourself. You want to get it done yourself. That's the worst thing. I know I did it when I first started in 2015. And baby, I wouldn't. It was like holes was I was like, how I keep losing all this money? Like, where am I putting the money? And that's what was
You
happening.
got a you got a whole business so you can go out to eat on your own. You got a whole business so you
I
can buy some
know.
shoes.
And so you can
A
take other
whole
people out to eat.
business, yeah, so you can buy a new outfit.
I did it. I did it, and I'm shamed. I'm so shamed because anyway. So you don't want to be selfish. Go ahead, husband.
My third one, and this is the most important one. This is the one that generated everything else. I hope y'all listening. If y'all listening, put Bishop, I'm still here, or Bishop, I'm listening, because this is the most important one. This is the one no one ever told me. No one ever told me that I had to get rid of this one in business. Matter of fact, if you would have told me this, I probably wouldn't have got in business.
Oh my
But
God.
I'm a, but I'm gonna tell you this one, and I'm gonna tell you, don't let it scare you from business. This should push you further to it, but make you be more prepared. But the one, if are they still there? Anybody put them still here? I had a whole two, but I've learned better. Listen, this one here, this is one here, baby. And I'm gonna say it first, you're not gonna get it, but when I
Okay.
explain it, you're gonna understand it.
Yeah, because you know I don't know where you're going. I'm gonna
I
follow you.
know, I know. Bishop is still okay. I'm glad you're still there. I'm glad somebody's still there because this one here, don't let it scare you. Please promise you're not gonna be scared when I tell you this.
Mm.
Patience. You gotta gain patience. You had to get rid of pride. You gotta get rid of selfishness. But in entrepreneurship, the one characteristic you got to learn to have is patience. And I was riding down the road on Friday, and I thought about something. I had an epiphany, sweetheart. Every contract we got now,
Okay.
if I wanted to change, I wouldn't just say patience. I say maturity too. I would put maturity because maturity and patience go together.
Okay.
Every contract we have is on a net 30 to net 45.
Oh wait, you can't just say that. And for the people that may not know in the back, come on. Can y'all type in net 30, net 45?
Net 30, net 45. I'm saying this because I'm still dragging it out for those who don't know
Yeah,
what I'm talking
I'm
about.
sitting here like, where you gonna go? Okay.
You see what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
You got to be patient. And if you listen, and if you're not ready for this, it would scare you off. But when you want to make big money, when you want to make real money make you wait.
Woo, I felt that all in my shana. Was it just me? Maybe not. Never mind. Go ahead.
If anybody pay you right now, as soon as you do work, is because they have no accountability with their money. No accountability with their money is no long-term connection with your business. That
Mm.
means they are transactional. And you know one thing about transactional relationships are the short relationship. They just there with you for the moment. And most of us don't want transactional relationships and friendships and family, but we want transactional relationships in business. One haircut at a time, one yard cut at a time, one cup at a time. And them transactional relationships got high maintenance but low return. They
Um,
want the best cup in the world, but they paying the less money out their pocket. What you finna say,
no, keep going.
baby? So you want that money now, the money now, money now, money now, and that money now get on your nerve because them right there will pull you away from your big money
Come on,
because they
husband.
got you chasing them. So I found out in business now, I get a contract with Cold Spring School District. I would deliver Cold Spring School District their posters. We will deliver Cold Spring School District their products. They pay us 2 weeks later. That's a net,
Sometimes a month.
sometimes a month. That's a net 30. Net
Yeah.
30 means we're gonna pay you after you deliver your service, after you deliver your product. We are working on,
We're gonna
and
wait. I want them to understand that for that person that may not know what net 30, net 45 is that they don't pay you right away. They pay you. You still got to deliver the product. You still got to deliver the services, and they do not pay you until the services is done and complete. That's what you call big money. That's what you call big opportunity, and it's called doing B2B, business to business, not business to customer. Getting that one cup or that one thing at a time. They may not pay you until 45 days later. So you, AKA, what is that telling you? And I'm gonna push to this part. It's telling you we also teach you, and we learned this is how to build capital. Can you type that in the screen?
part.
Build capital. So you're not running behind a customer saying, where my money, where my money, where my money, where my
Hey,
money.
build capital or credit.
You better say that. Build capital or build credit. Build your business credit to a point to where you're not lacking. Man, that's what
I'm a,
man.
I'm gonna
That's
blow
what we
somebody's
want to
mind.
show minority businesses, right? Husband,
Yes.
that's the part I get excited about because nobody ever taught us how to
Nobody
build
ever told us
capital.
that.
You
And no,
build
listen,
capital, you're not running behind nobody to give you their money because your capital is built. Because at the right now, oh, can I say this? I know I didn't got excited. I'm sorry because I see where you're going. This is what I get excited about because right now we have a contract with a major company. They only paid us a percentage. The other percentage ain't even been paid almost a year. What she say?
a
They ain't
year.
paid you in a year. But when they pay us, because we know you gonna pay us, because you have to, it's in a contract. And if you don't, but because you're a major company, we're doing business with major companies, and you have a government contract. Oh, that money coming.
It's gonna be there. And listen, and I'm tell you this. Well, how do you do that? How do you do that? Listen, you never could have told me. So when we went and we did a house, I'll never forget this. We prepared a house for this organization, not the person. The person got the
Sleep with
prepare.
the ears.
See, listen.
Listen. You gotta listen. Listen, Linda.
But the organization is paying for the house to get repaired. We don't like doing business with customers. Every now and then we will for a house owner. We like doing business for someone who's paying for the house to get done. And the people say we'll pay you in 45 days. No problem. I went and got my business credit that I have at this company that gave me the material that I can pay them back in 45 days. So they give me a credit limit at the organization where I get my material from. So I'm paying them in 45 days. I talked to my contractors and tell my contractors I'm going to pay you 45 days. So I did the whole house on credit, and they
Wait,
waiting to.
wait. I need that to sizzle in your spirit, sugar. Okay, go ahead. My bad.
I did the whole house on credit, but I'm patient. If listen, the ghetto side of me, the hood side of me, will say, "Give me my money."
Run me
No,
my
you better
money.
have my money. I listen. What Tyler Perry say? Listen, I didn't wait to get my. I ain't wait to give you my work. So I ain't waiting for my check.
You
But the
stupid.
professional side of me say, listen, the worst thing you can say is somebody, listen, in business, I would tell you, fix your face. Fix your face. Because I'll never forget the first time they said, it was a surprise. It was a surprise to me. I called them. I said, so
What they say? We were bamboozled. I
I've
said
been
they gonna
boozled.
do what?
They said, I said, so here go my this, here go the product, here go this. They said, okay then, we'll submit the PO now for your payment. I said, when I'm gonna get it? Probably 2 weeks or 2 or 3 weeks. Fix the face.
You stupid.
I'm
Girl,
like, I
you
want
gonna
to
pay?
scream.
And I, look, you stupid.
I would say professional. Okay.
Look, okay, look, like we understood. We
I didn't know the
you
assignment.
stupid. I ain't know that. But when they told us that, no, it was the one that told us a net 40, was it a net 90? That was with the country. I said, a what?
Man,
They
they've been
have a
paying me.
such thing as a net 90?
Hey, they was messed up because we've been working for them and they've been paying us every week. And then we shipped the locations. And we shipped the locations. Them jokers said, oh, we forgot to tell you when you leave from there to here, we pay every 6 weeks.
Who?
And
Who
had to
paid?
tell them, I said, oh, I had my face good by then. Oh, no problem. We understand. No problem at all. And the whole time I went home like, how are we gonna do this? So listen, you gotta realize,
You gotta
as
be
old
patient.
saying, scared money don't make money.
You know you stupid, right? Like, I'm sorry. Cause here's the thing. I remember when you came back, I don't think you even knew how to tell me
Mm-mm.
that this was gonna happen with anyway. Go ahead.
But you gotta realize, but listen, like I say, them transactional relationships are short lived. They're not recession proof, they're not pandemic proof. As soon as something affects their money, it affects your money. But
Mhm.
when you get those not transactional, but those committed relationships, to where they always gonna have to do business. And whenever the recession happens, they got to figure out how they still do business. Whenever the pandemic happens, they still got to figure out how they got to do business. And so, I no one ever told me that I needed patience in business. And I looked at it. We have about 4 contracts, I think, going right now. Every last one of them are net 30 plus. Every last one of them net 30 plus. And I ride home. I said, people never told me this. I said, so one of the characteristics we got to start getting in entrepreneurship, I put them together: maturity and patience. You got to mature and realize that I got to figure out how can I do business and build capital. So how did you get your team to transition to the net 30 and 45 and net 90? You know what? I found out that most folks did it already. I was new to the game.
Wait. I think she talking about employees. Because our
No, she
employees
talking about
been
the
crazy.
no, the employees didn't, but I think she was talking about the contractors.
Oh,
Because
okay,
I tell
okay.
the contractors that they had to wait. Most of them were surprised I was paying them every week. Most people they had worked for had told them you're not getting paid every week. I came in with the work mentality, paying people when I want to get paid.
Right. Every two
I,
weeks.
yeah, that sort of changed my mind. Hold up, I can't pay you when I get paid. I can't pay you when I'm used to getting paid. I got to pay you when I get paid. Oh, she said yes,
Oh,
employees.
they're
Oh
employees.
no,
So
employees got to get paid every 2 weeks.
every 2 weeks, we still have to pay.
Or
That's why you want to build capital, though, so that you can pay your employees and while you're waiting on the check. Because there are times that we be twirling our thumbs and praying that that check come through. But no
but I'm
matter
gonna tell
what,
you
because
for
of
her.
capital. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you for you though. You probably pay your employees when you get paid. You try to pay. You probably do a job, a catering job, and then pay them. Catering job and then pay them. You need to work on them and tell them 2 weeks, sweetheart. 2 weeks. Put them on an every 2 week pay cycle. And them, even they part-time payers, I pay you in 2 weeks. And if you pay them in 2 weeks, once you do go full time, they're used to that 2 week cycle. Stop trying to pay folk as soon as you get paid. When you do that, it forces you to hurry up and pay them before you pay yourself, before you pay your business. We got to start shifting and changing people because we don't have a patient mentality because we work with people who are not patient. I build patience.
Yeah, you told me that before, and I got them on the scale. Awesome.
That's
That, and
good.
I would say this: like when you have a net 45, net, all those different net 45, net 90, net, is it net 60?
You got some net lots and lot of nets.
But I would just say this is that you want to, that's why you want to build your capital. You want to create those different accounts so that you'll be able to have funds up and, like I said, capital to be able to build it, and sometimes credit to be able to build that to where you're able to still pay your, because here's the thing, when you have employees or you have partners that work with you, is that you want to be able to make sure you take care of them,
Yes.
and you don't want them to go looking for another job, because at the end of the day, they could just leave and go work for another job. No, 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 no. We need you as an employee to work with us. That's how we run this business. So we want to make sure that our employees and our customers are good, if that makes sense.
That's it. That's it. So that's my three characteristics that either make or break your business. Number one, you gotta have you can't be you gotta have what's it? Pride. Number one, you gotta get rid of pride. Number two, you gotta get rid of selfishness. And number three, you have to implement patience. You have to. And these things that, as you do business, you never think these things. You don't even think you're selfish until you are. You never think, because most of it's a when you're in the world, like, I need to make as much. If you're on a job, I need to get the pay raise. I need to make the biggest money. I need to get the biggest position. That's natural in the Monday through Friday to five. Hey, she got this job making more money than me. I got to get the job making more money than her. It is a rat race in that world, but in this world, the more money I make, I should be spending that much more money as well to increase that. The more money I spend, the more money I make. That's in the world. It's something. I give you a quick little word. It's called COG. It's an acronym. COG. As your COG increase, your NET increase.
And it's
As your
the COG
COG
is
increase.
cost, COG is cost of goods. Bishop just be talking.
No, I was
COG.
gonna come back and explain
Oh,
to him.
okay. Okay.
I'll come explain to him. But your COG increase, but say what it is.
Cost of goods.
Cost of goods. Cost of goods includes your material you buy and your contract labor you
Labor.
pay.
Yeah.
The more your cost of goods you buy, the more contract labor you buy you pay, the more your net income is. That means that if I spend out 100,000, I should be making 150,000. But if I only spend out 50,000, I'm probably only gonna make 75,000. So as you increase your cost of goods, your also your net income increases. So that's how God works. God literally, the more you spend, the more money you make.
Period.
That's
And
it.
not
So
spend on you,
not just on you.
and not on you, but on everybody else. So the more you spend, the more you make.
So
So
watch
with
this.
that
So, hold on. I'm supposed to stop before you say that. I'm gonna say one thing. So when people get out there and you think, man, my business made $1 million last year, you thinking, dang, they made $1 million last year. No, the business made 1 million, and the business probably 750,000 worth of costs.
come on.
COG. It may have only been a $75,000 uh profit. So don't get caught up in the numbers. Don't count the numbers, make the numbers count. I'm done.
I love it. I don't know. We went a whole nother way. I wasn't even expecting that, but good tips, sir. Bishop been dropping that. What old boy say? Smoke. So I think it's great tips, great information. Listen, I know we went way deeper. Now that's the kind of stuff that Dean get. We went way deeper than what we normally do, but we want to show you, man, how to literally, I would say, make extra income, because everybody don't want to start a business, but there are some people that say I want extra income that will lead to me starting a business. She say smoke. I love it. Bishop dropping
I'm
them.
a, I gotta
Go ahead.
drop one more thing. I gotta say one thing. Most people start a business thinking that money is the beginning, money is the end. And I want to look like this here. People say money don't grow on trees, but I'm gonna tell you a secret. You have to treat business like a tree though. Money cannot be the beginning thought and the ending product. You got to put a seed in the ground. You got to water the seed. You got to grow the tree. And eventually, after you get to growing the tree, on the end of the tree is the fruit called money. And if your business is the tree, you got to be willing to plant the seed of your business, water the seed of your business, grow the tree of your business,
Oh, that's
and get the tree big and pretty. And eventually, one day, you're gonna look on that tree and you're gonna see a fruit called money on there. And that's how business works. If you're not willing to put the work into the business, and all you want is money, the money come, the money go.
that
But when
part.
you build a tree of a business, that tree gonna always produce the fruit of wealth over a long-term journey, if that makes sense.
And that's what you call building wealth, building legacy. I know tomorrow I'll go on live. Check me out, shameless plug. Check us out in the women of the Lord. No, that's not Butterfly Academy community. I go live every fourth Tuesday, and one of the things I'm talking about, sharing principles are necessarily negative things that has happened, or things that you could do to be able to prepare your mindset
Hmm.
for other opportunities. So I'm going to be sharing that on tomorrow. Basically, when we started our business, it changed our life. I keep saying that, right? When we started our business, it changed our life. And I want to
Yeah.
be able to show other people. And it did. It absolutely did. But I want to be able to show, and I'm going to share those principles on tomorrow in the BAM community, just because I realized that so many people want to start entrepreneurship, or so many people look at the lives of people that are successful in entrepreneurship or starting their own business, and they don't realize the work, the sweat, the tears, the cheers that you have in business. But I know that's something that we want to teach this Saturday, is
Yeah.
if you really really want to start, like you really say to yourself, I want to start another income. I want to start I don't want to quit my job yet. I'm not there. That's not for now. You come to the den, we can teach you how to fire your boss. That's not where we at. We want
Mm.
to show you how to start and gain extra income, because it is too many opportunities out here that could be for you and your family. But it is not for the faint at heart. You
No.
got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be willing to put in, you got to be willing, and I'm going to share that tomorrow. You got to be willing to get in communities, man, that would grow your business. Even if you don't join the Lions Den, there are other communities that's out there. Of course, we want you to join the den, but there's other communities that are out there. You want to grow it, so it ain't really just necessarily about what we do. You know what I'm saying? We're not those type of people. It's like, I want to see my community win. And when I
Yes.
say my community, I'm talking about women, men, whoever, but most of all, my minority community, to see that there is opportunities that can change the trajectory of your entire family. We were a family we lost. We had repos. We were homeless. You know what I'm saying? We've experienced all of that. But there was somewhere that we tapped in and said, I want something different. I
Yeah.
don't want to keep living check to check. There got to be more out here. Our kids are growing up. We probably gonna get grandbabies one day. I want to be able to build a legacy that my grandbabies could be able to run. We
That's
want to
it.
show you how to do that on Saturday. What that looks like. April the 26th at New Destiny. We're not taking a lot. Whoever comes, I think it's a couple of spots left. We would love for you to be a part of that, man. Join us. Even I would even say this, Bishop, and I know you probably won't, but I said even if you want to sharpen up on your business, I know you said not those already in business, but even if they want to sharpen up on their business, no,
No, if you've been in the Lions Den, it's different. You can be in business, you could be mass doing business, but yet miss some small pieces. I would say that person come. But if you've been in the Lions Den, and if you're in the
but
Lions
Bishop
Den,
is keeping the lines
anybody come. Anybody come. Anybody come. Anybody come.
just to get
I let
sharpened
anybody
up.
come.
Because I know you
Yeah.
said that about the den, but I'm like, even if the Lions Den wanted to come and just get sharpened, even just because sometimes just to hear something over again.
Lions Den, if you want to come, if you have a membership, you come for free. But you gotta pay for your food. I ain't buying y'all jokers nothing to eat.
I
But
can't.
if you're not allowed in, if you want to come, I want to use y'all, but you can come for free. But you better eat both ways. Better eat with the food as well as eat with the information. But I'm just tough on the lines. Then it's time to step up and roll. So
I think we'll get a Lions Den the same discount that we're getting to church.
just pay for
I'll
the
do
food.
that.
$25.
Yeah. And then,
$25.
so Lions Den, that was my way of trying to make sure y'all come too if y'all decided to come and be a part of it. But this Saturday, we want to see you, man, at New Destiny. We'll send the link. I think the link on there. I don't know. I'll make sure I get it. But other than that, Bishop, I got so much work to do. I can't even think straight right
I
now.
do too. I got to go drop
So
the trailer
we,
off.
we thank y'all for rocking out. Thank y'all for being a part. We pray that that was something that we said today. If you don't mean anything else, happy hunting, man.
Let's eat.
Let's see. I started to open up for questions, but I think they'll ask. Yeah, just send us your questions, sugar.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great day. Thank y'all for rocking out. Join me tomorrow, 7 a.m. in the Butterfly Academy community. I'll also share that link as well. Join me over there, women. I want to talk to you. I want to rock out with you tomorrow morning as I share some tools and some principles with you. That'll kind of, I love to work on your mind. Share some principles that'll let you process so you can progress in life. All right. Until next time. Then y'all, last but not least, even though we got this Saturday, join us for those. Again, I'm gonna share the link. Give me a second. But then this Sunday, man, you do not want to miss it. My husband, I'm gonna be teaching somewhere, so I won't be on. But my honey is gonna be on with Dr. Latanya Goffney, Dr. Talton. I think she's a Dr. Rhonda,
Amazing.
Dr. Erica. Like I don't know if Erica's a doctor, but anyway,
I think
they're
yes.
gonna all be on, and they're gonna be talking about educating. Man, there's a lot going on in this system, a lot of stuff going down, and they're gonna be discussing it and just having a conversation that can kind of prepare us for the future. And I can't wait to do that. Make sure you get the notification. Join this page, man, so you can be able to get that notification. I think it's 6:30 something that
Yeah,
they're
I got
gonna be.
more information to come.
Yeah, all information. I'll make sure I drop the flyers on here this week. But thank y'all for rocking out with us this morning. Pray you have an amazing week. Speak over your week, command your week, and speak those things that be not as though they were. With all of that. All right. Y'all stay blessed in all that you do. Bye-bye.
Bye.